Well, even saying all preseason that you guys wanted to use the non-conference to kind of get yourself ready for conference play, I was just kind of wondering how would you kind of appraise how things are going as you get ready to start conference play this week?
Well, I thought we got a good assessment of our roster and our guys in our lineup, and different ways we can utilize guys. So I guess that's probably the most important thing going in, is that we don't have a whole lot of unknowns with our guys, so we have a good, comfortable feeling there. Came through rather healthy right now, heading into ECAC play, which affords us an opportunity to have pretty well use of everybody at this point in time. So looking at it from that perspective, I feel confident that that's at least provided us that opportunity here for a non-conference schedule.
And it's kind of similar to the start of the regular season in that you got 4 games right away on the road, which is what you had to start the year off. Does it help that you had those 4 games to start the year on the road to kind of prepare you for the same situation here in a way? Or?
Yeah, it's you got to play games on the road. You got to win on the road. You got to get points on the road if you're going to be in contention. So obviously 2 hard games this weekend, followed by another 2 hard games on the road. It's going to be a dogfight every night for points in ECAC. Looking at how the teams are doing non-conference wise, there's good depth and good parity in the league. But it'll come down to our compete level, and obviously I think we're the fact we've been on the road and played in some tough places. Obviously that should give us an opportunity to be prepared for the weekend heading in, and not the first time we've taken a trip, not the first time we've been on a bus, not the first time we had a long day on Thursday. That's the kind of thing where you get that out of your system and feel shake it out your legs and get accustomed to the routine on the road is probably the most important thing that we have heading into this weekend.
With Browns against you, since the playoffs started last year, they've been pretty hot too. I think they're 8-2 in those 10 games. So what's kind of changed for them, do you think, from what they're doing in the regular season a year ago to now?
Well, I think obviously they got some confidence with the goaltender there last Christmas, and they found their way down the stretch. And then the goalie was good, but then what happens with the confidence from him? Then their team started catching stride, and they have a very dynamic first line. Probably going to be the best line we've seen so far this year. Obviously with Laredo, who's extremely dangerous and very hot. I think they got 15 points in the 2 games combined between the 3 of them. So they're finding ways to win on special teams, finding ways to win games with their best line. Obviously going into, I think it's their home opener. I don't think the games were on the road last weekend, so it'll be a hostile. From them, they'll be excited to play at home, and obviously it's going to be a challenge that we'll have to match up with their top line, and then hopefully take it from there.
And then Yale, obviously, how much fun is it when you get a chance to play the defending national champion in a game?
Yeah, I on tape I thought they looked good again. They're a good team, and puck bounces probably didn't go their way last weekend like they wanted to, but came out 1-1. But for the most part, have good depth in their lineup. Have some good size this year up front, but have some difference makers, which is obviously they've had that the last few years. They've had some high end forwards, and it's no different with the team this year. So opportunity to go right back in. They're highly ranked, highly touted, deservedly so. It does a great job there, and so it's an opportunity for us to kind of gauge ourselves with probably the a couple of the better teams we'll have seen so far this year.
The last thing I asked about was I noticed looking at some stats that you guys are leading the nation right now in face-off percentage. What have you thought about the way you guys have done there? Bennett said he worked a lot on that over the summer. Have you seen just a lot of improvement from all the guys that are doing those this year?
Yeah, we have 1 freshman, right, and a lot of our draws are taken by seniors, so you have some experience back there. So I think that lends a hand in itself with anytime you have experience at a position, it bodes well for you, and they've done a good job with it. From that perspective, and it's a way to control the game, right? I mean, it's another time you have the puck that the other team doesn't have the puck, and it helps in special team situations for penalty kill clearing pucks and power play is getting set up. So kudos to them. They've taken they understand the importance of it, and we work on it in practice quite a bit. But it's a situation where I think we have some maturity and some experience that's helped us.